you kind of entrepreneurial, I seen you mentioned a few of the different jobs, Uber and things like that. When did that kick in, and how do you think that kind of came about?
Started work when I was 14 years old. I wanted the new flip phone that came out. So, my mom and dad weren't just going to give me the money. They didn't have it. And even if they did, that's not the type of people they were. So they said, you want something, go out and work for it. So I went out and I got a job. I was a teacher's assistant. I helped set up and break down like over 300 metal folding chairs every day. And then some days I was helping out with karate classes. Other days I was helping out with clay classes. So every day was a little different. It was kind of cool, but it taught me how to be part of a team and how to show up and be punctual. And, I got yelled at if I was late. So, the basics, right, of life, right? So did that for a couple of years. Eventually, I got into, the working for the town, as we call it, the town. My town is the town of Hempstead. So it was my job to give out all the clubs and balls for mini golf. So, basically just being a cashier, super easy peasy job, yelling at people if they try to play the course twice. You have a little bit of power, a little bit of authority gets to your head. Did that for a while. After that, ended up working for, my dad on the weekends doing some power washing jobs. Ended up working for my brother while I was going to college doing construction, basically installing fire sprinkler systems. If you guys ever look up and you see the little white circles or whatever, the little sprinkler heads, that's what I did for 7 years, working for my brother. Eventually, I ended up getting into the union. So I was making, I don't know, 150 grand a year. I had benefits, vacation, I had everything that I ever dreamed of. And for some reason, it just wasn't enough for me. And I didn't like the fact that I would show up every day. I would get what I felt like was more done in a day than a lot of other people. I was more productive because I figured I had to be more efficient. I just didn't think it was fair that everyone was getting paid the same. And I understand there's pros and cons to that. I'm not that type of person. I feel like if I'm gonna, be able to go there, crush it, do a better job, I should get compensated. So, did that for another 7 years, and eventually, I ended up figuring out this business. And it was all because of, I called my brother and I was like, "Hey, got some money. Let me invest it in your ATM business with you." He's like, "Dude, forget about cash. Cash is going away. You got to look into credit cards." And now I'm sure the next thing is going to be Bitcoin after that. But it's all just setting the right systems in place. No matter where technology goes, you should always have a plan A, B, C, and D. And I always say you got to have a backup plan for the backup plan.